If we start with Louis Reynolds from BBC Radio Leeds. Louis, you want to get started?
Thanks, Raj. David, good to see you again. I imagine it's been a strange week. How have you viewed it?
Yeah, obviously a lot of disappointment and a lot of different emotions flying around. But yeah, we've got to be professional and obviously take every day as if it's a normal day and a normal game coming up. So yeah, that's how it's been.
What's the message been from André since Saturday?
Like I said, go into the game as if it's a normal game that we were trying to get 3 points from. Nothing changes regardless of our situation. It's still a game that we're about to play. It's a league game, last game of the season. Obviously, we'd want to finish on a high, so that's the plan to go there and try and win the game.
Whilst those conversations take place, and you can say that and look at the game, and you still want to win it. Is it still difficult to be motivated for the game?
I don't think so. Personally, regardless of the situation, once you step foot on that pitch, it's 11v11, and you want to win. Every player wants to win. So yeah, regardless of the situation, it's a desire that you have when you go onto that pitch and you're trying to do the best for yourself, for the fans, whoever it may be, to give 100%.
There's been talk from some fans and on social media that they're saying they wouldn't want Huddersfield Town to win because if they do, that could open the door for Leeds to get promoted. How easy is that to shut out that talk?
Very easy, to be fair. Obviously, that's a situation that's got nothing to do with us. It's a game that we're going to try and win at the end of the day. It's got nothing to do with us. So yeah, it's just a normal game. I haven't seen none of that. So yeah, just take the game as normal and try and do our best.
Obviously, things haven't worked out this season, and it's really disappointing. From your point of view, David, and your teammates' point of view, looking back over the last 45 games, what problems can you put your fingers on?
I'd say that I'm assuming there's numerous problems. Games where we should have won, we haven't won. It's football at the end of the day. Obviously, we went to every game and we gave 100%. It's not a position that we wanted to be in. It's not an outcome that we wanted. But yeah, we just gotta reflect now, and obviously, like I said, we still got a game Saturday. The season isn't finished, so we gotta, like I said, keep professional and do our best on Saturday.
I know André's talked about unity at the football club. Do you feel that's been an issue at times? Has it maybe been a difficult dressing room to be a part of this season?
Personally, not that I've witnessed. I feel like we've all been unified. We've all been together. We've tried our best. We've pushed each other. At the end of the day, it's football. Things can happen, whether it's what you want to happen or not. It can happen, but yeah, no, I feel like the dressing room's been fine. We've been together, we've been unified, and I'd say it's a very good dressing room. So yeah.
I guess going back to that point as well about the unity and the commitment to the cause, and albeit Saturday you still have a job to do. As you as a footballer, David, how important is it that when you step over that white line, regardless of the situations, that you and your teammates give 100%?
Yeah, for sure, because at the end of the day, personally, obviously, when you go into the pitch, you want to win. It's a winning mentality that I feel like we all have. We go out there, give 100% because you're not just playing for yourself, you're playing for others, whether who that may be for yourself. But yeah, so we go to that game, give 100%, and hopefully we can get the 3 points.
You've got another year left on your contract, and obviously the club dropping down a division. Do you see your future at Huddersfield Town still?
I mean, yeah, I've got a contract here. The season hasn't gone to plan, but we're all focused on the last game and really trying to finish the season with a little bit of pride and just on a positive note, and then we'll go through the off season, go through our off season stuff, and then come back next season and work out what's going to happen the next season.
Personally for you, and I guess it'll come over the next few weeks, the next few months, but is there anything you're looking back on already and being in this situation that you can learn from, do you think?
Yeah, obviously it's still a bit raw right now, so the stuff going through your head is always, if we picked up a point here, decisions here that didn't go our way, all of these little things, that's what's going through my head right now as it's very raw. But it's one of them ones, you've just got to just put that behind us right now and literally just focused on the game. We had our training session today, went through what we're going to do for Saturday's game, prepared as normal, and then everything after can deal with that when the season ends.
Well, best of luck for Saturday. Nice to speak to you again. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Cheers, Louis. We'll just come to Steve Chicken from We Are Terriers now.
Hi, Cass. Yeah, just a quick one from me. I mean, I know you weren't playing so much at the time. You were sort of a youngster on the fringe of the team, but obviously you were at MK Dons when they dropped into League Two and then were successful in going straight back up to League One. I'm sure you will have been around it and around the senior pros at that point. What does it take from a player's perspective to get yourself in the right mindset and get yourself ready to pull that off?
I feel like it's a personal desire really, because if you're playing at a certain level and you felt that you're good enough to stay at that level, that personal desire to when you do go back down is to try and get yourself back up there, because you know you've played at that level and you feel like you want to keep playing there. So it's just, every player has their own ambitions, every club has their own ambitions, so it's part of the job. Like if you go down straight away, your first initial thought is to, all right, cool, let's get this club back to where we was. Like obviously it's a negative thing getting relegated, so you want to get the club back up there and back playing football in the highest level as you can.
Thank you, that's all from me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Stephen. I think that's everything. Cheers,
Cool.
David.
Perfect.
Thank you very much. We'll see you all tomorrow. On
Cheers,
Saturday.
fellas.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Perfect. Catherine Hannah from BBC Radio Leeds, if you want to get us started, please.
Very good afternoon, André. I imagine it's been quite a strange week in some respects. How have you found the last few days?
Yeah, we all were sad because it's over now. 15 goals to score. It's not really realistic, and most of the people were really sad. But we arrived on Monday and they experienced a good atmosphere. So it goes on, and now we have a last game, and we have to present us as good as possible. And it's a massive game, especially for Ipswich. They need one more point, and we want to enter the season as good as possible, maybe with a very good performance, and when it's possible also with a win.
How important is it to you that nobody can question your intentions to go in there determined to win this game?
Yes, it's a last week now, so we concentrated in the first half of the week of recovery and of trying some exercises. Then Wednesday was off, and today we prepared the match plan. And Ipswich is a team with a good play in ball possession. They play variable. They scored a lot of goals, 90 I think, and they won Tuesday in Coventry 2-1, and it's a massive game because it's sold out. It's a good atmosphere, and it should be special also for our players to give the best and to show everyone a good performance. So we prepared the plan, and now the players don't know about everything. Train on Friday, and then we leave to Ipswich to give our best.
It's very easy, isn't it, to have the storyline of, well, Leeds United, Huddersfield Town, they don't get on. Huddersfield don't want Leeds to get promoted. You turn up, maybe operate at 50%, so Ipswich go up. What would you say to squash any of that kind of talk?
Yeah, I understand our supporters, they don't like the neighbors club. In Germany, it's not allowed to tell the name of the neighbors. So when we have the derby, I understand this, but we are all professionals, and it's our task and our job to do the best every time. And so we. Many players, maybe they want to show their best performance, to show our responsible people that they are the right person for the next season, or maybe they want to shine for a new task in another club. So I'm sure that everyone tries to give his best, and when it means that we also finish the season with a good result, then the fans also deserve it, that we give our best, and we try to give our best.
You've been very honest in your conversations with us about some of the challenges that you faced. You've talked a bit about, some players maybe not giving as much as you felt they could. You talked after the game last week about some players leaving early. I just wondered if you could explain a little bit more about that and maybe some of the challenges that you've seen with the squad since you've arrived here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I spoke very honestly and openly because I felt it, that it was the right moment to speak about. I don't find excuses. It's not necessary, but sometimes you have to open your heart and to speak honestly. But now really it's I ask you for understanding that we will first play the last game in Ipswich and hold all the conversations after the season about everything, and you can be sure that we take just the players to travel with us to Ipswich, who we think are the right, because some players are on loan, or some players are thinking that they maybe in their head they left the club, and we want to give also players a chance. Gave every time the best in the training session, and maybe then it's time for them to get a chance, but not so many changes, because we have to be professional because of the massive game, and we can speak about the whole thing later.
Yeah, I think maybe to clarify on the comments about players leaving early, I mean, is that something that happens regularly, and something that disappoints you at the end of a training session, that the players are not sticking around? And what does that say about the unity of the squad?
Out of respect for the club and to the dangerous situation, I wanted to remain calm the whole time, and it is always important when you're in the relegation battle that you're calm, and that the people believe in you and they trust you, and then maybe it was not the right moment to take hard decisions, but you can be sure that I realized very early the big problems in the team, and but it's always a question of options, and we had a lot of injuries, and we had not the options maybe we have now. When we think about Yuta Nakayama or Radinho Barca, both defenders with technical high standard, they are players for our philosophy to build up technical, and the same with the strikers. Danny Ward was many times injured, trained maybe once or twice per week, and this is not enough. When he should start, he was not ready to start, so we had to set on players not giving or not showing always the bad behaviors in the team, and this is what we realized very early. But I decided for Huddersfield to sign here, but you can be sure when I've known about all the things and the big problems in the team, maybe I have decided in another way. But because of the good conversations with the owner, with Mark Cartwright, also with Jake Edwards, and also with my connection to Huddersfield Town. Yesterday I spoke again to Elias Kachunga, and for me there was a special connection, and so I took the high risk. I took the high risk to go to a second league team at the bottom of the table. For me, I'm used to play at the bottom and also international, and it was a high risk, but I took the decision for 100%, and for now again it was. And it was the right decision for me, but I haven't expect that the problems are so big in the team, and so now we have to finish the season as good as possible, and then we have to speak openly with those responsible about many things. It's clear that Town needs a reset start for sure. Many things need to change. You need a culture and identity on the pitch, outside the pitch, from the bottom to the top, and and these conversations we hold the next few days after the last game, and then we will see what happens in the future.
You are very honest with us, and I really appreciate that. I just want to clarify. So you're saying that some of the problems that you've encountered with the squad, had you known about those in advance, you may have thought twice about whether you would take this job or not.
I understand. Yeah, it's honestly now, and we spoke about the things many times. It's clear that you don't experience all the problems, because then no manager would sign. But you have to tell all the things, and I knew about the fitness problem. I've heard about really poor preseason where the team trained once per day, and the focus was on playing golf and maybe staying in the pub, and this never leads to success. They trained not enough to can play over 90 minutes. This is what I heard about from many people around the club, from the players, and it's good to enjoy days off, but when you want to have success, it needs more than that. And but in my career, when I was successful as a player, or especially as a manager, you need one team, you need one group, and so this is the biggest problem. There is no one group. This is clear. There are many problems in the team. They don't accept each other, and I couldn't handle it. This is my. This is when I think about my mistakes. I'm not responsible for everything, never. But I maybe today, with the knowledge from today, I should take. Decisions clear. Okay, there were no options at the right moment, but I was too calm for a long time because normally it leads to success. But there is no one group, and this was the biggest problem. When they showed them in the games on the pitch and they played as a team, we always collected points, always. Yeah, and we had really some good games, and it was possible to stay in the league, and it was not so difficult. But to have success, you need one team. Yeah, you need one team, and as long as you are not Lionel Messi, Jürgen Klopp said a few weeks ago, I think, as long as you are not Lionel Messi, you have to defend for the team, and you have to work. Yeah, and we have no player scored 30 goals and also 30 assists. When you have 0 goals and 0 assists in the last 15 games, then you should run for your life, for your mates. And we have some players also in the last game that didn't work defensively, and you cannot work with 8 players when you are Huddersfield Town and to stay in the league. Then you don't deserve, and this is the biggest problem. And we couldn't handle this big problem. Yes.
Last one from me, and as I say, I really appreciate how honest you are in your answers. It sounds like there is going to be a lot of work to do to prepare for life in League One, to make the side competitive. Is this a challenge that appeals to you? Or where is your thinking at the moment as to whether you would like to stay and reset this club and be part of that reset?
I cannot tell you because first of all we have to hold the conversations, and it's my responsibility to tell the truth, and I'm not here for a long time and have to be careful because of losing my job. I want to have success and everywhere, and so it's my responsibility to tell those responsible the truth, because I appreciate the conversations with all the people around the club, and also with the owner and with the sport director, with the CEO. We work really close to each other, and they told me about the problems when I signed, and so you're right. It needs many changes especially to change the culture, and this club, and with the fantastic fans and all the people around are so respectful. I really appreciate, and they deserve honestly people on the pitch and outside the pitch, and you have to find the right one for Huddersfield Town.
Thank you, André. Good to talk to you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Catherine. We'll just come to Stephen from We Are Terriers next.
Hi, André. Yeah, I'd like to echo Catherine in thanking you for your candour. Have you had any talks with the club so far about your own future, or is this still next week we'll be hearing from you about that?
You're right, next week.
Yeah, okay, thank you. The players that you're talking about who you feel have let you down this season, have you had talks with these players over the past week or two, or at this point is it not much point in your mind?
Many times, no, it's not so easy for me, because I want to always to develop and to improve players, and to give them my experience, but sometimes players think that they are more intelligent than the managers, and then you have talks maybe twice or three times, and then okay, he doesn't want to believe or to accept, and so then it finished for me to have conversations. But I tried it many times, and but there are also players, many players, because we just speak about the negative ones. We have a lot of players in the squad gave their best and react on the things we spoke about, and this is my task and my responsibility as a manager, and I have so many positive examples from the past, and also from the last 2.5 months, that the players are happy to get new information to make the next step to improve, and this is my job, and I always will help players, and here we have a lot of good characters, but they felt alone sometimes because of injuries of important leaders like Michael Helig for a long time, Jonathan Hawke, then Tom Lees, and then the other group maybe was too big to handle the whole group. And when I spoke earlier about the atmosphere at the beginning of the week, I thought we celebrated a promotion, to be honest. It's not me, it's not my mentality. I was sad, I was frustrated 2 days after the game on Saturday, and also some players felt the same way, and but not the whole squad. And then you can see the true characters. I don't want to, I want to speak about individual names. It's not the thing, but I want to tell you the things we realized, and so there are really a lot of players with the heart on the right place, and these are the players. They have to get the new chance for the reset.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Do you feel there is that core of players, and are there enough of those players, or is it going to be a bit of an overhaul for the club this summer?
Yes, I understand your questions, but first of all, I want to tell the things for the future, those responsible, what is necessary. My point of view for the next season. League One is not so easy. It's a tough league, and first of all, we speak I speak to the responsible, to the chairman, and then we will see if we are on the same line, if the things are possible. We have to change.
Thank you, André.
Thank you.
Cheers, Stephen. We'll just finally come to Leon Wobshaw from the Yorkshire Post.
Hi, André. Hope you're okay. Is changing the culture rather than changing the players, that's the most important thing for Huddersfield Town going forward?
Yes, I spoke many times in the last few weeks about the last 12 years, and maybe then it's not a surprise when you're in 10 of 12 years on 16 or worse. Maybe sometimes then it happens when the squad is maybe not good enough with a lot of injuries. Maybe sometimes then it happens. And then it's always a good time to make a reset, a new start. Look at Ipswich Town. They promoted now 2 times in a row. Sometimes it needs a reset, but to be honest, I would prefer to play a championship and to make the next step. And so it happens, but then you have to take the right decisions. And yes, for sure, you need characters, but you need also the quality. But because you have to dominate the league, you have to make the difference. And so for that, I don't know if it's possible with players relegated from the championship. but these are things you have to speak with all the responsible people and to take the right decisions.
There's some good players, characters you've enjoyed working with, but do you think there are some, without going into names, who don't care enough about the club?
If there are some players who don't care about the club?
Don't care about the club enough. Do you think there's some players who are like that?
Yeah, for sure. Many. Yes.
Right. You must feel sorry for the club and the supporters. You know, they've not really had maybe a fair deal from maybe some players this season from what you're saying.
I don't know. Once again, I'm here for 2.5 months, and the problems are not really new. I think I heard a lot of special moments from the first half of the season, and but yeah, you have to handle it, and maybe then there's a time it's too late when you have a lot of injuries. But you can be sure I never spoke so often and honestly about the team because it's never good to speak in that way about the team. But really, I'm so disappointed what I experienced here in 2.5 months. I've never experienced in 30 years in the business. And this is not an excuse; it's my truth. I wondered many days. I experienced behavior I never realized before. It's unbelievable. So then this is what I think. What I speak about openly because this has to change. Yeah, and you need other characters to have success, and for that thing you have to find the right players for the future, because all the fans, they deserve honesty, boys. And once again, we have a lot of them, and good characters. But and maybe sometimes you can handle 2 or 3 in a team, and the dressing room handled 2 or 3 times the players. But the group was too big. And when you ask them, I know the answers. All the 4 managers in this season, they were not the right one. They always find excuses. We will see which player will find a good new club because the characters, all the other clubs, they know about characters. They ask for characters, and then it must be difficult to find new clubs. But we will see what happens in the future.
Yeah. And just finally, you will find out about the 2 professionals on Saturday. It's a big game in the context of the division.
Yeah, we find it last week. I spoke directly after or in the press conference after the game. The performance last week was absolutely okay, and the players gave their best. Okay, many players blew up after a few minutes, then after 60, but then we have to accept, because they tried their best, and this is also the result for not the answer for Saturday. I won't change. I can tell you we changed the goalkeeper, because Chris Maxwell, he deserves to start one game when I'm in charge, because he was professional the whole time. He is absolutely clear, and he helped lead the whole season. So he deserves to play in the last game. And we spoke today to Lee and to Max, and both are fine. And this is one change, and nothing to do with the behavior, because Lee is absolutely a good character, and also sad about the result of the season.
Very best of luck, André. It's been nice dealing with you, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, lad. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see most of you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thanks, André.